that I'm excited to bring up to the stage is Yasmine Ferguson from GetAccept. So Yasmine is a passionate sales champion with German roots. She actually spent a lot of her earlier career working for one of the biggest car companies in the world, Mercedes-Benz, managing the Nordic markets. Then she dropped into the world of corporate sales, mixing it up, coming into the wonderful world that we live in, which is SaaS sales. She's a high-performing account executive. She won Best Performance Award in 2022 at GetAccept for overachieving her quota. And she's got a high amount of integrity and accountability with an interest in psychology and also coaching. Super excited to have her on board and looking forward for you to taking on this next 7 minutes, Yasmine.
Hi, James, and hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Super excited. So let me share my screen with you. Does this work, James?
Yeah.
Perfect. So thanks, everyone, for joining, and really interesting tips, Liam. I wanted to say that. So today I'm going to speak about how to sell crazy differently in 2023 and why this is so important. So crazy different doesn't really mean coloring your hair purple or anything like that, but it is more about it's never been more difficult to sell. It's really not the time to sit still and rely on what you've been doing so far. So let's take a normal email, following up via email or taking that phone. Like, we need to really focus on creating a buying experience that stands out, that makes you stand out as a salesperson, and that will hopefully then help you create a wow experience for your customer. So does this work? Can you see it? So there's the wow, a little bit delayed. So what if you can actually be the one that your customers say about, I had the best buying experience with that sales rep? Or if your customers could be the one stopping on the corridor, speaking to a colleague, and then speaking about that wow experience that they had with you buying from you. So how I really stepped up my game last year and became one of the top performers here at GetAccept was 3 cornerstones that I'm going to share with you now. But before I do that, I want to share a quick success story with you. And that was last year in summer. I had a customer that wanted to have a demo with me. So I called her up, and during that call, she mentioned how she's going to go to Copenhagen. And since I'm based here in Malmö, I said, oh yeah, we're just next door. And based on that, she mentioned that she's actually going to Malmö over the weekend. And I said, hey, if you want any sort of tips, I'm happy to help. And she said she really loves food, and so do I. So she said, please send me some of those food tips if you have any to share. So after we hung up, I went into my mailbox. I started to write the email, putting links in. And then I kind of stopped myself because, again, email, everyone can do an email. Your competitors are doing emails, and that is not the wow experience that we are after. So what I did instead is I went into the digital sales room and put in all my tips that I had, including links and some pictures, made it nice and sexy, and also added a personal video of myself saying hi and putting a face to my voice from the phone. And a couple of months later, we had the deal signed. She really liked that. And also, again, her colleagues are still contacting me on how I did certain things with the digital sales room. So again, it's all about inspiring your customers and making them say, wow. And this brings me to my first cornerstone, which is pretty easy, but at the same time, really difficult. It is be yourself, be personal, because at the end, it's always been like that. People buy from people. Because some of you might know that buying decisions are made with the emotional part of our brain and not with the rational one. So I really want to encourage you to be yourself, to really stand out by just being personal, have fun during the sales process, because if you have fun, your customers are going to have fun. The second one is lead with genuine curiosity. And this is one of the 3 cornerstones that really has helped me to elevate my performance from mediocre to top. is really listening. So lead the conversation with open questions by being truly interested in what your customers have to say. Because if you do that, you will be able to create a story and a storyline of your product and your service that actually matters to your customers, where you can weave in all the stats and all the knowledge that you have and make it relevant for you, for them, for your customers. So, and then the third cornerstone is make your customers the hero of their story. So be that visionary, be a thought leader, as everyone calls themselves on LinkedIn, but really create that storyline, help your customer imagine themselves having your service and what they can achieve using your service or your product. So let's take one of the most iconic sales examples of sell me this pen. For instance, from the Wolf of Wall Street, Liam showed that really nice picture of Leonardo DiCaprio. Of course, you can be very feature-based and say, this is a pen that comes in different colors. It will always match whatever you're wearing. What you can do instead is, what if you want to wear purple on Monday? And what if you want to wear yellow on a Saturday? And now imagine yourself having a pen that always fits your outfit. How would that be? So again, ask the open questions, put your customers into the seat of imagining themselves using your service. So now I want to share another best practice with you on how you can create that wow experience and stand out from the crowd. And that is this success story here. So you can see the first one was with a video and really doing something different, moving away from that email. But if I send an email, I really try to make it as attractive as possible and create that wow experience. So here in this example, one of my friends' friends actually told me about a bad buying experience that they had dealing with an enterprise company. And many of you know, doing outbound to enterprise companies, even though I know we could help here, it is very difficult to actually get through the noise. So when I sent this email, you can see it's very straightforward, but I put this daring picture in it, where it's not only me, but actually the head of sales that I was writing to from that enterprise company. And not only that, he was DJing. So the funny part here was when I Googled him, I found him DJing on company events. And I tell you, honestly, I was like, can I really do this? Can I send this to him? But at the end, we had a meeting. And the thing he told me was, Yasmine, you won't believe it, but I have over 100 sales emails that I get every day. And this one really stood out. So I was intrigued. And this was definitely something different, crazy different. So again, to summarize, be yourself. Don't let yourself get affected by the quota that you have, the pressure that you're under. Focus on having fun, because people buy from people. The second one, lead with genuine curiosity. Focus on listening to your customers. There are a lot of tips around that. Chris Voss, for instance, he is an amazing, he speaks about empathetic listening. So make sure to check that out. And then third is make your customer the hero of their story. So be that visionary, create that storyline that weaves your customer into that picture of how they can use and benefit from your solution. And this is how you can sell crazy differently in 2023.
Great tips, well structured and well delivered. Really, thank you for that.